So he left Hawaii. He's on the lam, and no one knows where. He may be a hero or a villain. Yes, the president is missing. Forget the leaker. It's Obama who's in hiding, ducking questions about his latest mess. Who knows? He may be in Shanghai eating stir-fry. Hide the dog.
Oh, wow.
And so here we may have a scandal over the one thing government must get right. We have an AWOL leaker, a furious debate over surveillance, a gleeful China chuckling over their good fortune, and terrorists adopting surface-to-air missiles. I don't know about you, but I could use a president right about now. Does anyone have Valerie Jarrett's cell phone number? Seriously, this may be the most vital secret leak yet. We don't have a president. You know, I bet Obama thinks America's a real pain. We're like your old lady, demanding you come home for dinner. Yeah, we get it, Mr. Popular. Clooney's more fun than us, but you can't stay out all night. Come home, superstar. The house is in ruins. We need answers. Stat. Like, is the NSA checking our mail and our calls? Is this just to avoid profiling? Yes. But sadly, as post-scandal polling shows, it may be too late for you. The IRS, the DOJ, Benghazi, this big bag of awful makes us question everything, and that sucks. Because we may lose a program, not because it's wrong, but because you're wrong. It's not about the NSA, but YOU, partisan bureaucrats who've screwed us before. Look, we cannot protect ourselves by ourselves from radical Islam. In this new era, where it only takes one nuke, we need the government in charge of stopping madmen, and I can't do it by myself. But corruption's poisoned the well, so now we're all on our own. Our president's now a recluse, like Nixon, Michael Jackson, Howard Hughes. Only one of those was president, and not for long. Kimberly, we're focused on where this guy Snowden is, but isn't the real question, where's Obama? What is he doing now that could be more important than this?
Great question, because we've been focusing on searching for this guy, but what about leadership? What about our president? Why doesn't he come up and say something about any of this? That's what's so disappointing. I mean, there's really a lack of faith and confidence from the American people in the government. If you look at the new polls, I mean, this is the highest number we've seen yet in terms of distrust of the government, whether it's the NSA, whether it's the IRS, whether it's the presidency or the administration. Americans don't trust our president, don't trust the government agencies to do the job, and feel like they've turned the tables on us and now we've become the enemy.
Hey, Eric, do you think Obama is carefully avoiding this scandal because he'll end up contradicting the stuff he said 6 years ago?
Well, remember, he's taking our advice. I think we talked about after, I don't know, it's either the AP story or the IRS story. We said, you know, he should just stop talking. Remember? He said, just stop talking. Remember, it was a Friday, and he said, oh, I heard about the IRS thing on TV.
Right.
And then the DOJ thing with the AP, and then it was Fox News. And we said, stop. And guess what? He's taking advice.
He listened to Dana's advice.
I said, look, stop talking till they... This has been a long-running theme of mine.
Remember the urgency about certain issues? Remember the beer summit with Henry Louis Gates? How fast that was?
The call to Sandra Fluck?
Yes.
I mean, that was urgent call. I think you bring up a very good point. He has the bully pulpit. He talks to us ad nauseum about everything all the time, except for the things that most people care about. I think that they are making an error in not just talking more. The hearing yesterday where General Alexander testified, that's good but not good enough. You need the president to, I'm not saying he has to answer every question, but he could at least open up a press conference and say, now I'm going to leave these two here behind me. You ask them every question. We'll try to answer to the best of our ability. I'll tell you somebody else is missing, though, and we need to hear from them. It's Booz Allen. The company that hired Snowden, did they do the proper checks?
True.
What is the truth about this? They've been getting a pass, and that should come to an end.
It's a good point, Juan. This guy, this leaker, is reportedly telling Hong Kong newspapers about our hacking of Hong Kong, of China. We have officials here that are worried that he's going to give away more secrets for amnesty. This guy, is he still a hero?
Not my hero. I've never thought of him as a hero. But I must say, I noticed in the polling that young people think of him as a hero.
Yeah.
And it's much more young people who are, you know, tech savvy, on Facebook, on social media, who think, yeah, he did the right thing. And there's a Time poll out that says lots of Americans think he did the right thing. But you know what they also say, Greg?
What?
He should be prosecuted.
Yeah.
He broke his oath. He broke the law, so he's got to pay the price. If you're going to be a hero, if you're going to do martyrdom, you're going to have to pay the price. And part of the price is here being prosecuted. And by the way, let me say to all my wise friends on the 5, If the president starts talking, it would endanger the prosecution of Mr. Snowden. You don't want the president talking about this. Now, Dana Perino is right. Dana Perino says, hey, you got to be careful how the president speaks.
I don't think he should be prosecuted.
Hold on. Well, let me just tell you why he should be prosecuted. You know why? Because if you break the law in this country, it should apply to us all.
Okay.
But I will say this.
What if you break the law of the land?
Another conversation.
What if you break the law of the land? Well, why? I mean, can we just talk about that for a second?
No, I wanted to respond to Greg.
Eric,
because he could. Look, if the president had, let's say he made a speech, an Oval Office speech. Again, he could debate the balance between national security and civil liberties.
Yeah.
But at some point people would say, but what about this? Are you in fact spying on us?
No, but okay.
That's a bigger question. Then he could have a press conference, or he could have Dana in for an interview. He has all these options. But I think if you were a Dana Perino media manager, you'd say, Mr. President, right now, you're not the person. Let the American people hear from the FBI director. Let them hear from the National Director of Intelligence.
Can I just, I want to go to SOT.
Yep.
That's sound on tape, Kimberly.
Oh,
this is Michelle Malkin addressing this earlier on Fox and Friends. I think she said it concisely, as she always does.
I think we need to be very careful about joining hands with a lot of civil liberties absolutists who have tried during the Bush administration to undermine every last counterterrorism program. And for some of my friends on the right side of the aisle who have joined them, I would remind them that the founding fathers themselves understood the vital role of intelligence when waging war.
She just went after you, Eric Bolling. She bought you a pair of new underwear and put it on your head.
And she actually bought me a whole new suit because she exactly is referencing what I tried to do a minute ago, which was read the Fourth Amendment, which was ratified December 15th, 1791, 222 years ago. Listen to this.
That's a Jeopardy question.
This is amazing. The right of Fourth Amendment, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, bear with me, houses, papers, and effects, i.e. phone conversations and emails, against unreasonable search and seizure shall not be violated, and get this part, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, or particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons to be searched. So be specific and have probable cause. The NSA had neither specifics or probable cause.
But they were collecting raw data. What you're doing is you're confusing two things. Supreme Court, 1979. What happened in the Supreme Court, 1979?
You're telling me I'm confused.
You are confused. You are wrong. It is not the Fourth Amendment. It's not the issue.
Absolutely is. They went and
explain to me.
Okay,
explain to me how collecting raw data from the phone company is the same as that. How is that?
Because
what about the Supreme Court ruling in 1979?
They don't have probable cause against the people who are collecting the data.
They get probable cause when they think something is coming from a foreign land.
Document, they need probable cause.
It's not in that document, my friend.
Well, you know,
I'll loan it out.
You know, you guys need to stop.
I did read it, and I don't need it as a prop either.
I think the big dogs are barking.
Why?
You two of you, what is going on here?
There's nothing.
You want me to come in here and make peace?
All right, Fourth Amendment violation.
Let me just say,
right?
I can find plenty more.
And the programs are all legal.
What's legal?
They were all legal. They've been passed by the Congress of the United States. What are you talking about?
No.
He refuses to listen to the Supreme Court in 1979, which said it was okay.
Well, not only that.
You can believe it's wrong, but it's not unconstitutional.
So therefore,
it can be wrong.
So under your theory, the Bush administration was wrong as well.
No, I'm saying, no, wait.
I'm just saying,
when were you talking about this?
Greg,
when were you talking about this?
President Obama went after people and places and things that they didn't do prior to the Obama administration.
How so?
What?
They were doing the same thing.
Of course they were.
I never heard you come out against the Patriot Act. You are being a hypocrite because now Bush isn't in power. You're jumping all over Obama.
The Patriot Act had probable cause and went after targeted individuals.
No. It opened the door to this. You couldn't have had Congress approve of this without the Patriot Act.
All right. Here,
yes,
you know what?
It opened the door for Obama to exploit the Patriot Act.
You're going after Obama. That's what you want.
This is a partisan argument.